Sternum. Sternum is also called breastbone. It is about 7 cm long. It forms the anterior part of chest wall. Sternum has 3 parts: manubrium sterni, body, and a xiphoid process. Unfortunately, xiphoid process is missing in this bone. The manubrium sterni is also called the episternum. The body is also called mesosternum, and the xiphoid process is also called metasternum. Sternum has 2 surfaces: anterior surface, which is convex, and a posterior surface, which is concave. To hold sternum in an anatomical position, the broader end should be facing upwards and the lower pointed end should be directed downwards. Also, the convex surface should be facing anteriorly. Sternum as a whole is slightly inclined forward. Coming to the features of manubrium sterni, it has 2 surfaces and 4 borders: anterior surface, posterior surface, superior border, inferior border, and 2 lateral borders. The upper border presents a notch called suprasternal notch or the jugular notch, which provides attachment to the interclavicular ligament. Also, on either side of the suprasternal notch, you have the clavicular notch where the clavicle articulates to form the sternoclavicular joint. The lateral border has 2 articular facets. The upper facet articulates with the first costal cartilage to form the primary cartilaginous joint, and the lower facet articulates with the second costal cartilage. Coming to the lower border, it articulates with the body of the sternum to form the manubriosternal joint, which is a secondary cartilaginous joint. At this junction, the manubrium makes a slight angle with the body, which is about 163 degree. This is also called sternal angle or the angle of Lewis. The anterior surface of manubrium sterni provides attachment to sternal head of sternocleidomastoid and pectoralis major muscle. The posterior surface of manubrium sterni provides attachment to sternohyoid at the level of clavicular notch and sternothyroid at the level of first articular facet. Also, the lower half of manubrium sterni is related to arch of aorta, and the upper half of manubrium sterni is related to branches of arch of aorta and left brachiocephalic vein. Next, coming to the body have anterior surface, posterior surface, superior border, inferior border, and 2 lateral borders. As mentioned above, the superior border articulates with the manubrium sterni and the inferior border articulates with the xiphisternum. The lateral borders articulates with the 2nd to 7th costal cartilages to form synovial joints. The 2nd costal cartilage articulates either side of manubriosternal joint, and the 7th costal cartilage articulates at the level of xiphisternal joint. The anterior surface of body provides attachment to pectoralis major muscle on each side, and the posterior surface, lower part of posterior surface, provides attachment to sternocostalis muscle. On right side of the median plane, the posterior surface is related to pleura, and on the left side of median plane, the upper half is related to pleura and the lower half is related to pericardium. This area is called the bare area of pericardium. Next, coming to the xiphoid process, it is the lowest and smallest part of sternum. It has anterior surface, posterior surface, and a tip. The anterior surface provides insertion to the medial fibers of rectus abdominis. Posterior surface gives origin to the sternal fibers of diaphragm, and the tip provides attachment to linea alba. Sternal angle. Sternal angle is an important surface bony landmark. It can be felt as a transverse ridge on the sternum about 5 cm below the suprasternal notch. The changes that occur at this level are: the 2nd costal cartilage articulates on either side with the sternum at this level, and hence this level is used for counting the ribs. It lies at the level of intervertebral disc between T4 and T5 vertebrae. The horizontal plane passing through this level separates superior mediastinum from the inferior mediastinum. Ascending aorta ends, arch of aorta begins and ends. Descending aorta begins at this level. Trachea bifurcates into right and left principal bronchi. Pulmonary trunk divides into right and left pulmonary arteries. Upper border of heart lies at this level. Azygous vein arches over the root of right lung to end in the superior vena cava.